Congrats, you've done it. You finally set up your YouTube channel, but you have no idea how to create your channel art, and maybe you don't even know what your channel art is. If that's you, type, yes, you guessed it, that's me in the comments below. Do it right now. It helps my self-esteem. It also helps me get engagement on this video, so it's something you should do. Ask people to comment. So do it for me, please. Type that's me in the comments below, and I'll help you with that problem right now. This is channel art, that which appears at the top of your page, whether you are on a desktop computer or an iPad or a phone or even a TV. This is what somebody sees, and it looks different depending on what device they're using. So you have to make sure you do it correctly and you have all of the important stuff in a space that shows up on all of the potential places they could be looking at this. We'll talk in a second about what your channel art should consist of, but one thing that needs to be super clear is who this is for. And this is clearly for realtors that want to create better videos and sell more houses. Now, I've got a question for you. I want you to answer it in the comments below. If you're a realtor, how many houses do you want to sell this year? How many transactions do you want to do this year? Put that in the comments below. Just a number, 1, 10, 100, let me know. I'm going to show you how to do it using Canva, which is a free app online that has a bunch of templates and is super cool to use. Canva has a free plan, which gives you everything you need for most things. They also have a paid version, which is only 13 bucks a month, or if you do it yearly, it's a little bit less overall. The free version has most of what you need, but the upgraded version has some cool stuff, including up to 2 million free photos. So, you can stop your crime spree and stop ripping off photos from the internet. It also has another feature I'm going to show you that's cool, but the free version is adequate for most things you'll need. There's a link down below which gives you a full month of the pro version for free if you want to check it out. Now, I can get around in Photoshop, but I am no graphic designer. Yes, I was a full-time editor in Hollywood for a whole lot of years, but I edited, and we had entire departments that would do animated graphics and still graphics, and we had people that would draw things. We had a 3D department at one place I worked. So this wasn't my world at all. I would just edit. So this isn't really my forte. I can do basic stuff, but so Canva is great because they give you templates which give you a really good starting point to have something that looks like it was actually professionally designed. Once you've set up an account using the link below, you just jump into Canva and it looks just like this. The first thing you want to do is go to Google and in the search bar type in YouTube channel art template, and it's going to show you these templates down here. Just click on images and click on this one. The first one is probably going to be the right one. Give it a second to load fully, right click it, choose Save Image As, and put it somewhere where you can find it right here under Canva, and give it a name, something like YouTube channel art template, then go ahead and save it. Then jump back into Canva and go to Uploads and choose to upload media. Click on Device, find the YouTube channel art template and go ahead and upload it. I already have it uploaded, so I'm not going to do it again. And we're going to go into our uploads. Now that it's uploading, I'm going to hit this back arrow right here, and it's going to show me this recent upload. I'm going to click this and drag it. Now, depending on where you click it, if I drag it down here, it's going to just drop it in wherever I put it. If I just press once here, it's going to put it right in the center, but it won't be scaled fully. And if I click and drag it near the top, look what it does. It fills it in for the entire background. So now this is my background, and now I have a reference. Let's talk about this really quickly. On an iPhone or the smallest place on a desktop, you're going to see this area right here, this dark area. So this is where your text and logo safe area is. All the important stuff needs to be in this space right here. On a tablet, you get a little bit more space, and on a desktop that has a big monitor, you have a little more space. So you can use this other space, but just bear in mind that people that have a small screen on their computer or are on mobile, they won't see it. So this is what's really important. We want to make sure that everything is great here. This space, top and bottom, is what people see of your channel banner when you're on a television, but this is really rarely used. Probably 1 or 2% of people watch YouTube on a TV, so you don't have to worry about that too much, but it's nice to make it great. We're not going to focus on this today. We're just going to make this area great here and not worry about the TV section. Next, we need a background, and let's just say in our situation that my wife Leela is going to be selling houses in Grants Pass, Oregon, and her niche is going to be people moving to Grants Pass that want to live in the country. So one of the most important things you can do, like I say in a lot of my videos, is niche down, whether it's for your YouTube channel specifically or your business or your specific real estate business. You've got to choose a niche. If you don't have a niche, your audience is nobody. So choose a specific niche, and in this case, we're just going to say that it's people wanting to move to the country. So let's go ahead and find an image for a background that reflects that. And luckily on Canva, we've got access to hundreds of thousands of images, depending on the plan you have. So we're gonna go to photos and we're gonna type barn. You can see I tried it earlier, barn. Now let's find a barn that we like, because barn says country to me. I'm gonna click on this guy. Now notice that it says free. That barn in particular would have been included in the paid version, but this thing here, you'd have to have the pro version. So that's how you know if you have access to it or not, depending on your version. So I'm just gonna click on this guy. He's going to appear in the middle of my screen. I'm gonna scale this down a little bit so I have more room to drag, because the aspect ratio is different. I need more room to drag. So I'm gonna click down here in the bottom right and say, hey, let's make this 25% so I have more dragging room. Now I can drag it up here and down here until it, takes up as much space as I want. Go about maybe like that. And now I want to crop it a little bit. So notice that it has these little crop handles top and bottom. Now, if this was the background image, you wouldn't be able to do that. For this background image here, notice I can click on it, but no crop handles. I can't do anything with it because it's the background. I'd have to remove it from the background by choosing right click, detach from background in order to tweak it. But this one isn't the background, so I have the ability to tweak it out. So let's go ahead and crop it down to the proper borders right there and the border right here. And now we can still see where the guidelines are and make sure everything's in the right place. While we're cropping it, we still have the handles around it. We can tweak it a little more. If I want to see a little more of the bottom, I can go up here on the top and choose crop. Notice that the handles are all selected. This thing is still blue. If I hit crop, I can tweak it. I can slide it up and down. It's going to stay in that same spot. So I want to see a little bit of that fence, and just kind of like that looks pretty great for me. So good enough. That's what people are going to see no matter what platform they're on. They'll see this. Now let's talk about the things that we need to add to a banner. Let's go ahead and make this fit the screen again by right-clicking here and choosing fit. One thing that every YouTube banner should have is a photograph of you. So let's go over here to uploads, and you can see that I've uploaded a photograph of Leela already. You upload that the same way you uploaded this other image of the channel banner template. You just hit upload media and navigate. So here's an image of Leela. I'm going to click it once. It will appear. Now here is one awesome feature that the paid version has, which is the ability to cut her out. Now I can go to Photoshop and cut her out, and it'll probably take me about 5 minutes. But with the paid version of Canva, I just choose effects once my image is selected, and I select background remover, and it does its thing in the background, which is great. It's a great time saver, and it's actually pretty dang accurate. I'm pretty picky because some of these apps that remove backgrounds don't do a great job of it. It looks all jaggedy, but Canva does a pretty great job. So that feature alone is kind of worth the 13 bucks a month. And there Leela is cut out. It's not perfect. You have other tools over here to tweak it out a little bit, but we're going to call that good enough for now. Now I'm going to scale Leela down, and I'm going to stick her over here on the far right. Remember, this is the desktop minimum, so I want to make sure that she's at least there, and I'll put this thing back up. I'm just clicking and dragging to get things in the right place. And I'm going to bring her down a little bit. And maybe like right about there looks kind of good, right? And she could be a little brighter, and they've got this feature in Canva called adjust. So I can bump up the saturation a little bit and just make her pop a little more, maybe bump up the contrast a little bit, and then she just kind of pops off the background a little bit more. So I think that looks good. What I don't like is the fact that the barn is right there. So that looks kind of bad. I'd rather she was by the trees, but I want her on this side. She's leaning to the right. So I am going to flip or flop this background. So I'm going to click on this background image, which isn't really the background, this is. I'm going to click on this image that will be our background ultimately, and I'm going to choose flip, and I'm going to choose flip horizontal, and then boom. I think that looks much better. So it's red against green, so not bad. Next, we need the logo for our brokerage, which is EXP. They have the white one and the blue and gold one, but the white one's going to work better with our color scheme. So we're going to click on that, and it's going to appear in the middle of our screen. Now, if you are not with EXP yet, I'd love for you to partner with me. If you do partner with me, the cool thing is that I teach you what I know about video, so I help you with that. So that's just something to think about. If you're interested, go ahead and click. There's a link down below for a free discovery call. And I'm just going to put this, let's say, right here. So it kind of looks like it's on the barn. And you can also put your own logo on here. Most states require you to have your brokerage logo and your personal logo be the same size. I'm just going to put the EXP one here for our example. Now we need our theme. What's going on here? What town is this for? What does this realtor do? So we need some text, and luckily we've got this beautiful red barn wall to write on. So let's go under text and choose some text that looks cool. Let's choose add a heading because it's nice and big, and let's type grants Pass Living. I'm going to scale this down, dink, and let's put it on the bar. Just click and drag and put it up there. And you can mess with fonts, but for our purposes, that's good enough. And let's add a subheading, which is a little bit slightly different font. And let's say move to the country. In order to move it, I click off of it, and then I go ahead and click on anywhere that I can see these little letters, and I'm just going to scale it down a bit by clicking on the corners and just put it under there, move to the country. So that looks kind of good, right? Now, one thing you can do is enhance the text a little bit so it pops off a little more. You can actually add a drop shadow. So I'm going to choose Effects, and I'm going to choose Shadow, and it lets you choose the direction of the shadow and the opacity, transparency. So I'm going to just bump that up a bunch. And the color of the shadow, white's not working. So I'm going to change the color by clicking this little color box here. I'm going to make it dark gray. And I'm going to change the direction a little bit. I can't see it very well, so I'm going to go down here and I'm going to make this bigger. Let's go to 200% and let's slide it over so we can see what's going on. We can see that shadow. Yeah, that looks pretty good. So remember, I lost it because I was clicking around. And if that happens, just click on the text and you get all these features back. Click on Effects and I can see the transparency. I can see that it's gray. Maybe I want it black. So I'm going to click the gray. I'm going to make it black. And I'm going to change the transparency a little bit. I'm going to lower the transparency a little bit and blur it a little bit so it maybe looks a little bit more natural. And then move to the country. I'm going to do something similar. Shadow, transparency about there. Color, we'll go with black again. Direction, looks great. And the blur, we'll just blur it up a little bit more. And then, hey, I think it looks pretty good. Now I'm going to go down here to the scale and choose Fit again. And so we're looking pretty good. Grants Pass Living, move to the country. Now, a couple other things that you want to have on every channel banner you ever create in your life are, number one, a call to action telling them to click down here. Now, when you go into YouTube, like here's my channel, you can see that I have a link here, and that fits better depending on how the screen is scaled. And I'll show you how to make this link at the end of this video. So let's go ahead and make an arrow. In Canva, we have elements, lots of little doodads you can do. So let's type arrow and find an arrow that we like. You can do a straight one, curved one, fun one, whatever you like. I kind of like that guy. That's a free arrow, paid version or not, you get this guy. Underneath the arrow, notice this little swirly. That allows us to twist this thing around. So we're going to want to, point it in the right direction, probably make it much smaller. And we know that it's going to be over here somewhere. So we're going to put this arrow over here where that stuff's going to appear. And we need text that tells us what they get by clicking here. And I like white. We've got the white theme going on. We're all white and red. So let's go down to text again and let's choose maybe a cool font, something a little bit different. Now here's the challenge. When you are using fonts, you want to go with all the cool, shiny, fancy stuff, but sometimes it's not terribly readable. So you generally have to go with something that is readable as opposed to like super cool like that. I want to try something fun but readable. This is, it might be a little tough to read, but let's go ahead and try it. Let's click on it. Shows up here. And let's double click here and say free city guide. Let's type here and say free city guide. I'm going to stretch it out so it fits, and I'm going to scale it down a little bit so it's the right size, and I'm going to just put it right there. And it says to the new year. We just highlight that and hit delete, goes away. And also click off it and click in that space. See that box is all highlighted, and I'll click delete and that box will go away. So free city guide. That looks pretty good. We could also maybe angle it a little bit. Remember how to angle? Click on a letter and then just angle it a tiny bit. And there's free city guide. Boom. And remember, this is not going to be visible unless they are on desktop with a big monitor. So far looking pretty good. I clicked one time too many. I'm just going to click there and hit delete to get rid of that. And I'm going to click one time here and click delete to get rid of that as well. This is actually looking pretty good for a quick hack it together job, right? There's one more thing you want on your channel banner, and that is to let people know how often you post videos. You could say every Wednesday at 11:15 a.m., which is what I say on one of my channels, but I am going to just make it simple and say new videos weekly. Now, there's a lot of hard lines here. We could use a soft edge, so why don't we go to elements, and just grab a circle. Here's one. And then scale it down, and maybe right around in here. That color doesn't really work, so what do? We click on it, and we choose color up here in the top left. We just click on this color here, which is white, and that works. Or we could use red. Now this is super cool. Canva knows what color your photos are. They know I have that banner in the background, and then I have this photo of Leela here. So it's giving the option to choose a color that matches Leela's shirt. So we could go that's pretty bright, pretty close to her shirt. And this is about, that looks about right. So that looks pretty good to me. Scale it down a little bit. And now I need to just say new videos weekly. So I'm gonna go down to text again. Let's find a font that's really readable. This looks pretty readable. So I click on that guy. Wait a second, and I don't need this bottom thing, so I'm gonna remember, click on that and hit delete, and we'll just say new videos weekly, exclamation point. Now obviously that's way too big and it's not centered, so highlight all of the text, go up to the top and click on alignment and center that beast. And now we want to just make it fit in that little circle we made, and boom, new videos weekly. I think that looks pretty dang good. For a little quickie thing, try to get it all centered. And boom, what do you think? For a quick banner, I think it looks probably better than most of the banners I've seen on the internet, on YouTube for realtors. So that's not bad. You're welcome to rip off anything I did here if you happen to like it. Again, I'm not a designer. There's guys that are 1,000 times better than me at this, but with Canva, it makes it super easy. It's actually easier on Canva than on Photoshop, and I'm way more fluent in Photoshop than Canva. So the next thing we need to do is get rid of this template here. See, we see everything's in the right space. Let me just put that down again. Yep, Leela's, everything's in the zone, right, that we care about. Let's put this back up here, get it centered. Now we're gonna get rid of the background by right-clicking on the background and choosing delete. And boom, the background's deleted. This is what people will see on TV, this whole thing, including the white. And this is what people will see on every other platform. And we could stretch the barn out so they see the whole barn, but it would kind of look weird with Leela, you know, floating in space there. You're not going to see her feet when you look at this on desktop or mobile. Now we need to download the image by clicking download. And we want a PNG, it suggests. Notice that this is the correct size. You just hit download. And now boom, our image is downloaded. All we have to do is upload it to YouTube. So let's go to YouTube and upload the image and make it channel art. Here's a YouTube channel that here's a test YouTube channel that I don't use. We're gonna use this to upload the channel art. Notice that there is no channel art here right now. So we're going to just click on this little thing that says customize channel. The top center, we're gonna hit branding. And here it says banner image. We have no banner image, it's red, you don't have one. So we just hit upload. And we're going to go to our desktop, and there's Grants Past Living, the one we just made. We hit open, and look at that. And it's telling us on TV you're going to see this, on all devices you'll see this, all the important stuff is in the right place, and on desktop we're going to see this, and it's cut off there, but there is more over there to see. We hit done, and you're not totally done yet. You have to make sure you hit publish. So now once we hit publish, boom, that's what our channel art. How does it look? We hit view channel, and boom, there's our channel art. I think that looks even better on my big screen than it did in Canva when it was small. I think it looks pretty great. It has all the important elements. It's got what area you're serving, who your market is, an image that reflects that. It's got your brokerage here, and it has this free city guide, but that's the last thing we need to do. How do we get a link to show up down here? Oh no, it's so confusing. No, it's not. You just click on Customize Channel. And by the way, if you don't have this button, it's because you're not logged in to the correct channel. So make sure you're logged into the right channel, and hit Customize Channel. Click on Basic Info. Scroll down, and here it says links, add link. You can have up to 5 links. Don't, just do one. You want them to do one thing. You have to enter a title, so tell them what you want them to do. Again, click here for free city guide, exclamation point. And it's too long, so we're gonna try click for free city guide. There you go, URL. Type in the link that you have for your free city guide, and you want this ideally to be a link that will allow you to capture their information. They click here, and in exchange for something of value, they give you their contact information. So we're just gonna go to my website for now. We're gonna hit publish, and once that's all published, look at that, changes published. Go to channel. Look at this, free city guide. Click for free city guide. They see it, it's clear, they can click on it and go to your city guide, and you can gather the information. You can also put a subscribe button there if you really want to grow your YouTube channel. If you think that this looks pretty good for a YouTube channel banner and that my wife is pretty hot, hit that like button. It helps my self-esteem, and it would help hers too, because, if you're serious about growing your business with video, you should probably check out my free masterclass at videosecretswebinar.com. In this masterclass, I share with you 3 secrets that will help you crush your real estate business with video. To learn how to set up your YouTube channel properly, go ahead and click on that video right there. Hit that subscribe button right there to make sure you catch my future content so you stay current on all things video and social media. I cannot wait to see your beautiful channel art that you created with Canva.